Adab, Salam, Namaskar. Welcome to New India Education Trust Beyond Classroom web series. Friends, in this series, we have been bringing many personalities and we are discussing on different kind of topics. And today we have our guest. She has been earlier with us and she had talked about the children who have become drug addict and what is the solution for them. We discussed about that. And today we are going to talk about stress management. There are people who get tensed in their life, who are stressed, maybe due to their workplace and due to some certain reasons or causes in their own personal life. So people are tensed, and that tension in these days, then because of that, they suffer so many diseases they get. So we would like to, talk to Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, who has been a counselor, a psychologist, and who has been running a center of rehabilitation, for those, those who need counseling, especially like, addicts in many ways. So today she will be telling us and guiding us how to manage the stress. The more difficult thing is, managing the stress. There are people who are not able to manage their own stress and they are really tensed and they are not able to perform 100%. They are not satisfied in their life. They are not satisfied at their workplace. And Dr. Rukhsana, I know, there are people, we can have, many reasons. There are many causes of this kind of tension, the stress that we have, maybe due to workplace and maybe due to life. So we would like you to throw, some light and guide the people, especially first, let us take, first the stress at workplace, and then we will take the stress in life. Dr. Rukhsana, can you hear me? Dr. Rukhsana, can you hear me? I think there is a problem of the connection. Hello. Yes, Dr. Rukhsana, we would like you to throw some light and guide the people about especially the stress at their workplace and then stress, in their life. Why that is stress and how to manage that stress.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar to all the viewers.
Namaskar.
The first and the foremost thing, the word known as stress. And now we are talking about related to the workplace.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just stick to myself to the workplace. Okay, before I go to the work, do I carry the stress? So that should be the first question. If I am carrying the stress, from where am I carrying? Is it from the bedroom? Is it from the hall? Is it from the kitchen? Is it from the backyard? Or is it from the front gate? So these are the 5 major places where we carry the stress and then we walk with it to the office, to any workplace, whether it's a hospital, whether it is school, whether it is a shop, a showroom, anywhere. Okay, anywhere related out of your house. The first and foremost thing what you have to do is carry only a professional you. Don't carry the personal you. Whatever is your stress, whatever, I'm not saying, no, you shouldn't have stress. You have stress, no problem. But know how to manage it.
Yeah.
Management of any kind of stress is more important than working with your stress. See, in stress, there is no question of controlling your stress. You can't control stress.
Yeah.
Okay, my head is paining. Okay, only my head will pain and my eyes, my nose and my throat, my mouth will not pain. No. When there is a headache due to stress, your entire body has that pain. So the first and foremost thing what I would like to tell is don't carry your stress from your home to the office because you already have office stress in the other level. If you carry this, like for example, you're carrying this, again you're carrying this. This is the double weight of whatever you're carrying.
Yeah.
So don't carry. If you have a single weight, then it is easy for you to manage. So there are two P's what you have to understand, the professional P and the personal P. Keep the personal P at home and carry only the professional P, you will be this. So this is the first step of management.
Yeah. That's right. But usually, this is very nicely you have put up that don't carry your personal stress to the workplace. Leave those tensions that you have at home, leave those stress, those tensions at home and go to office. And I would say that don't bring your office tension to home also.
Yes.
Yeah. Now in the office, this is seen that they have stress because, they are unhappy in their job. Many people, they are doing their job, but they are not happy. And when they are not happy, there will be natural stress. How to manage that? How to do that? Is there any advice for such people?
Yes, a very $1 million question, I should say. But because most of us, especially I have seen in teaching, where one person is related to too many people, like a doctor, a teacher, a salesman, saleswomen, and many of these correlated fields that I am one person and I have many people to talk, and I have many people to manage. Each one's mood. Maybe the counter girl, the sales girl, the sales manager, the executive manager, the marketing manager, these kind of professions, what happens is if you are not happy with your job, the first thing I would like to tell is that you may not be knowing your job. Because
right.
If I know my job, I know how to handle it. And if I don't know, my job will be an impossible thing for me to do it. When does stress really starts at the workplace? There is a target given, okay, 1 to 10, and 1 to 8 has been done, and 9 and 10 is not done.
Yeah.
Whereas 9 and 10 will be the most important than 8 to 1. But what we say, I have completed my job from 1 to 10. I was not appreciated and I was discouraged or I was humiliated for 9 and 10. Your expectation.
Yeah,
your expectation. Right. The second thing is your expectation.
Yeah.
If you have a job of 1 to 10, you have to see which is the priority. If 9 and 10 is the priority, first do 9 and 10. Then come back in a reverse policy, 8, 7. So what happens, you'll know where the job is. Most of the time, 1 is always easy. 10 is always tough. So you take the reverse policy and see how you can manage it. That's the first thing. Second thing is don't listen or don't approach or don't interact with anybody on a personal level or on a conditional level. If I am talking to her or if I am showing a product to her and I am convincing her to buy, if she doesn't buy, I will be in stress. No, unconditionally, you do your job unconditionally. No condition can stop you.
Yeah.
So in these ways, there are small things what you have to do. If one way it is not working, find a creative way of the second way where you can do it. Don't say that, I have done this, I'm tired and I'll give up. I look for another. Quitting a job is very easy than completing. It is better you complete, don't quit. Yeah. Rest if you must, but don't quit.
Correct. This is, yes, that sometimes, as you said in the beginning, that maybe you don't, know your job well. That is why you are not happy with your job. And that really happens. But if you know your job well, you will surely enjoy the job. And when you enjoy the job, you will not be stressed about it.
Sure.
But sometimes, what we see that sometimes they are stressed because of heavy workload or too much responsibility and or working long hours.
Yes.
That also could be the reasons, why the people are stressed.
Yes, especially the long hours of work, what we have experienced is because you are not able to do the job in time. Because if it is an 8 hours job, it will be an 8 hours job. You stick to yourself, you stick to the policy. If the office wants you to come at 8:30, you come at 8:30. But at the same time, if the office wants you to leave the office by 5, please leave the office by 5. By 5 will be the maximum time.
Yeah.
If you opt yourself that I have not completed the job and I want to complete it and stay for 1 hour, then you are responsible for it.
Yeah.
So don't allow the company, don't allow the school, don't allow the place where you work that they take advantage of you and they give you more work.
Naturally.
So then you will start comparing yourself. Comparison is one of the biggest stress in any field of today.
Yeah. Don't compare yourself with others. And I think don't compete with others. Why to compete? You just compete with yourself.
Yes. See, once you start competing, what happens? The competition never ends. Instead of competing, take it as a challenge.
Correct.
Okay, she did this, I will do the other way. Take it instead of having complaints, start it in a creative way.
Yeah.
Supposing if it is you want to sell a product, don't sell the product, but start telling about the product, start telling the users of the product. Automatically, the person who is listening to it, he or she will definitely buy. And for example, for the students, for the teachers, because teachers are on a great level of stress today, especially in this COVID period. Like, first of all, as I said, they were not knowing the job. So there was a lot of stress. Because in school, it was just the lesson plan and the manual thing, what you had to do. Here, they had to do manual, plus they had digital. They had to maintain the digital records, plus they had to do the manual record. So what happens to the teachers? They are not known and they have not been doing this. Suddenly, these things came up. It took nearly 1.5 years for the teachers to learn all this. So that is when stress is built. That's the reason I said, if you don't know your job, stress will accumulate automatically.
Correct. And if you don't know your job, then you will not enjoy doing it.
It's true, very true.
Dr. Rukhsana, I have seen another kind of stress, since I've been working with so many people. That is sometimes due to sense of insecurity and due to, they feel that there are no chances of promotion. Or that sense of insecurity gives them that their services may be terminated at any time. So that is also a kind of stress that people have at workplace.
Yes, sir. You are very right in the thing what you have said, that the insecurity level in the lower or the upper staff or the executive staff, right from the general manager till the peon, everybody has this, especially the people who are working in contract basis and the people who are not very sure of the job, they have this kind of insecurity. When does really insecurity is born? When is that insecurity born within you? When I'm not confident about myself.
Correct.
The moment I'm not confident about myself, my insecurity starts automatically, day by day, inch by inch, step by step. If I'm not sure of climbing down the step, I will definitely trip and fall. Because I'm not confident.
Correct.
Confidence is the best attitude, is the best weapon for you to win over any situation.
That's right.
Situation.
That's right.
I have also come across, I interviewed one girl where there were 4 men. They wanted to abuse her. They wanted to, on the verge of rape. She was so confident and she said, "Haath laga kar dekho." That was the confidence. And she win. And the way she ran and came, the way she did when she was explaining me, it was really a miracle. But for me, I tell it was just her confidence, her attitude. So keep your attitude so straight that nobody can, cross you. It's in you. It's not in the people. Insecurity is in you. Confidence also is in you.
Yeah.
So build the confidence.
Dr. Rukhsana, I've seen, I'll give you one personal example, example from my personal life. I was in government job. and I left the government job and came to private sector. When I resigned, there was a big hue and cry in my family. They said that you are leaving a very secure job, you are going to private sector. In private sector, you don't know when your services will be terminated. I simply said one thing, that, I know my job. I know the private sector. They need people who can work. They need people who can give 100%. And I'm sure when I join any sector, whether it is government or private, I will be giving 100%. So why should I be scared of termination? Why they will terminate me? They need work. And I know my work. I'll be giving them more than 100%. So I'm sure there is nothing wrong in going to private sector. Why to continue with government sector? Because they think that government sector jobs are secured. Now, that is also one thing, the people feel like that. And I think because they don't know their work, they don't want to give 100%. That is also a reason for their sense of, their stress and sense of insecurity.
Yes, sir, very true. When you left a secure job for an insecure job, it was only your confidence and nothing more.
Yes.
And you knew that, wherever you go, you will be giving 100%.
Correct.
So that's the end of the story.
So why to be scared? Yes, why to be scared?
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen, even among teachers, especially I've seen this stress in the morning assemblies sometimes when we tell the teachers that today you have to speak, you have to address the children. Now, immediately the teacher is stressed. Because they have to speak. They are speaking, they are talking, they are teaching in the classroom, handling for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or 5 periods, 6 periods in a day. But when it comes to the assembly, they are immediately stressed. Is there any way you can advise them how to manage that stress?
Yes. Actually, most of the teachers I have seen, even the English teachers I have seen, like they are excellent in the classroom.
Yeah.
So they feel insecure or they start stammering when it comes to, to address it in front of others or the senior teachers or the vice principal or the principal or the management. Then that was the time when I really interviewed, and then she said one of the teacher was literally shivering and I could see so much of sweat in her hands. I said, ma'am, kya baat hai? No, ma'am, I don't know. I'm not very confident. मैंने बोला, okay, ma'am, you do one thing. You just stand, you just face the wall, and then you start speaking. Okay, then just close your eyes and then open your eyes and see that, there are many teachers who are sitting in front of you. Like 2-3 times when she did that, she was able to overcome. But, every teacher, we can't teach this. So for every teacher who is just listening,
please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Come across this interview of ours. Only thing what I'll say is just open a book, just open a paper, just read aloud and look at yourself in the mirror. Or now, much more than the mirror, you have your self-recording. And then see, then do it again. It is a part and parcel. Public speaking is not an easy job. So public speaking needs lot of practice. Practice makes a man perfect.
That's right. That's right. Dr. Rukhsana, I think today's session is completely on work stress, or the stress at workplace. Now, today's last question or last situation I have, that is, many people, they face discrimination at workplace. There is, harassment on, especially sometimes your own colleagues or your boss is not very supportive. Then also there is stress. How to manage that, especially discrimination or harassment like that.
Yes, sir. There are two things what I would like to see. There are many points, but 2 important points I will highlight in this interview is harassment for good, harassment for bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I will tell you the first harassment for good. Supposing my boss, he likes me in one way or the other, and he wants some kind of favors from me. So he may call me for dinner, or he may call me he may invite me to his house. And when I say no, the harassment begins. Okay, this is a mental kind of harassment where I'm not able to tell anybody, or I'm not able to explain the situation. So it goes on and on because this job is a must for me. I am the breadwinner, and if I say anything more, I'll be kicked out of the job. That is the first thing what I have. Second incident, what I can tell is that I am a better worker than my manager or than my senior. So at that time, what they'll do is they will give me the maximum to see that I don't complete it. So in this both the situation, all you have to do is know your limits and be very confident to say, I will not do this.
Correct.
Don't just put your head like this and then don't do this.
Yeah.
So don't have any compromise, because the job, especially today, it is not so easy for any organization to just throw you out. And it will not be a kind of thing, harassment at workplace. I will definitely not agree, because nobody can harass me unless and until I ask for it. When somebody, that's all, in self-security I teach. When somebody comes to hit you, just do like this. Ek hath aisa karo. So that hand will go and you will be out. So just say no. Plainly just say no and then start working with it.
Correct. And I've seen that if you have created your need in the organization, then there is certainly no question of being harassed by anyone, because especially private organizations, they cannot throw you out if they know that without you they cannot manage, and it is very difficult to get your substitute.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Rukhsana. I think today's session was only about the work stress, and we will have to have another session about the stress related to personal life, stress at home. I think we need another session of 25 minutes for that. So today's session was for the work stress. Thank you for sparing your time.
Thank you, sir.
So friends, that was our guest today, Dr. Rukhsana Hassan, and she was telling us about stress management, how to manage stress at workplace. So today's session was purely dedicated to stress at workplace. Hopefully, next time, very shortly, we will have another session on stress in your personal life. So if you like this program, kindly like and share it and tell your friends to subscribe our channel, New India Education Trust Beyond Classroom. Thank you. Have a great time.